everybody. We've just started taking violin or viola lessons and we are ready to practice. But before we can get started, we have to make sure that we are standing correctly with good posture so that we are ready to go. First things first is to notice that my violin is currently in rest position. That's because my violin is not in its case and it's not up on its shoulder in playing position. And since the violin is our friend, we want to keep it nice and safe. We don't want anything to happen to it. We don't want to drop it. We don't want to bump it into anything. So we're going to tuck it nice and safe under our right arm until we are ready to go. Next up, we've got to make sure that we're standing correctly. And we're going to stand like trees, nice and tall, straight back, rooted into the ground, but with arms that are like branches and free to float and move about in the breeze, or in our case, play our violin. So make sure that our feet are directly underneath our hips and flat on the ground. No dancing around. Trees don't dance around with their roots, so we've got to make sure that our feet are firmly planted on the floor. Next up, we've got to get this violin here from rest position up on our shoulder into playing position. And in order to do that, we're going to use the Statue of Liberty to guide us. She holds her torch nice and high to guide people, and we're going to hold our violin nice and high to help guide it onto our shoulder. So what we have to do is take our left hand and take the bottom shoulder of our violin, and we're going to lift our violin nice and high, just like Lady Liberty holds her torch. Next up, we've got to find the belly button. Not our belly button, but the violin's belly button. See down here? There's a little belly button hiding on the bottom of the violin. And we're going to guide this belly button to the side of our neck, and that's going to help us get our violin sitting nice on our shoulder. So we're going to turn our violin flat like the floor, take a look at your belly button, and guide that belly button to the side of our neck. Excellent. Easy peasy, right? So our violin's sitting here on our shoulder. It's flat like the floor. Are we ready to go? We've still got this to deal with, and this is called a chin rest, which is a terrible name because it's not the front of our chin that's going to go into our chin rest. That would really hurt our neck after a while. It should be called a jawline rest because it's this right here, our jawline, that's going to sit in this chin rest. And the way to do that is to take a look over at your violin, turn your head towards your violin just a little bit, take a look at those fingers, wave high fingers, and now relax so that our jawline sits comfortably in our chin rest. Now we're ready to play. We're standing like trees, nice and straight and tall with flat feet on the ground. Our violin is on our shoulder in playing position. It's nice and flat. Belly button's touching our neck and our jawline is lying nice and comfortably in our chin rest. So now it's time to play some of our open string songs. Hey violin, play open string songs. So my violin isn't like Alexa. If we're going to play our violin, we're going to have to do that ourselves. But luckily, we've got Miss Pizz, that's short for pizzicato, to help us out. Remember Miss Pizz? Now Miss Pizz is going to anchor herself onto our fingerboard. Our fingerboard's that long part of the violin where our fingers go. So we're going to take our thumb, which is Miss Pizz's anchor, and we're going to find the corner of our fingerboard, and we're going to anchor our thumb right there onto our fingerboard so that Miss Pizz can pluck our open strings for us. And now we're ready to start practicing our open string songs. Happy practice, everybody.